I'm in a lot of different communities. I usually don't interact 100% of the time with all of them. For example, I'm in the Star Sector modding Discord to mod Star Sector, but I haven't played Star Sector in the last couple weeks on stream, so, you know, I haven't been playing Star Sector, right? Right. Same goes for Cyberpunk modding Discord. I'm in the MechWarrior modding Discord. I'm in MWLL, which is MechWarrior Living Legends, which is a different Discord, and I haven't played that in forever. Right, but I've been in there for a while, right? And this whole rant so far has been to remind everyone what gatekeeping actually is, okay? So notice how I've been AFK in most of these Discords, because I just told you I have been. That means that I'm around, but I'm not like doing anything with whatever media that it is. So I'm just chilling, right? I'm just chilling, and we're doing you know, other stuff like playing Cyberpunk, or right now I was playing Mega Mech and all that stuff. Well, I'm in a Discord for Mega Mech too. Well, it's more just general MechWarrior stuff, right? But it's with Mega Mech. Now, the reason I bring this up is because I had an interaction that felt extremely gatekeepy to me for no reason, because people are being weird about stuff, okay? Remember how I mentioned I was in a Discord for Star Sector? Okay, so Star Sector lets you mod games by downloading modded files from a relatively unsafe site, because let's be honest, is it really safe to download files? No. If you really are worried about someone maybe getting malware on your system you don't download anything, right? It doesn't matter what you're doing, you can't download anything, which includes video games from Steam. Like, you guys don't understand, everything is a risk. Like, I cannot stress enough about this. Everything is a risk. If you get so paranoid that you think everything is a risk, you might as well just stop using the internet, because everything is a risk. So I had asked a question about a mech design that I had been working on, because I was working on some mech designs and I wanted opinions, because, you know, I don't know all that much about MechWarrior, or rather, I don't have, not that I don't know that much, it's that designing versus using is two different things, especially since most of my knowledge from MechWarrior comes from MechWarrior and not Battletech, which Mega Mech is Battletech, not MechWarrior, which is a very different system, because one is dice-based, the other one is me shooting things with my aim, right? So when I was asking for assistance on this design, I'm like, hey, how does this sound? And then I just write out the design details, like the important parts about it. And someone's like, oh, can you send me the Mega Mech file? And I'm like, sure, I guess. And then I didn't get a response for how it should be formatted. So I'm like, okay, I'll just copy this to a text file and send it as a text file. And they're like, oh no, I can't download that. It could contain malware. And you know, at first I just asked, hey, how do you want this if this is going to contain malware for you or whatever? Like, I don't give a fuck, but, you know, how do you want me to upload this file for you or whatever, so you feel safe to talk to me about it? And they ghost me because they were at work or something. And I want to point out that the time between them saying that they didn't want to download that text file because of malware and me responding with, how do you want me to post it, was only like a 30-minute window, right? They ghost me for like 8 hours, okay? And that would be fine, except they had ghosted me on saying that whatever file I uploaded could possibly be malware. And that's not very encouraging. And how does this count as gatekeeping? Because why? How do I segue this into gatekeeping? Because it is gatekeeping. It's a form of gatekeeping, because it's very discouraging to have someone tell you, hey, your file could contain malware, could contain malware, because I don't trust you. And it's like, I don't give a fuck what you think, right? Now, the important parts about this are, I'd been in that Discord for 2 years now, right? I left that Discord because this was it. Like, this was the straw that made me leave that Discord. Because I'm not going to deal with that, right? I don't care. I genuinely could not care less about if you think my files contain malware or whatever, right? I'd been there for 2 years. I have been active and inactive on and off for those 2 years pretty regularly, if I might say, because even for a Discord, I talked a lot in that Discord because I enjoyed MechWarrior, right? And you're gonna accuse me of my stuff being unsafe because you can't trust anybody or whatever? Fuck yourself, right? And I mentioned that. I'm like, this is not okay. I don't like this. Like, you couldn't have said this in any better way other than, oh, it might contain no, fuck you, right? This is the community. This is the kind of community interaction that makes me leave a community for most things. Like, anytime I'm in a community of some sort, like, no, I get not downloading shit from random people or whatever in DMs and stuff and not clicking links, right? There's a certain level of, yeah, I get that. But there's a certain point where you gotta stop and go, maybe I'm sounding like a dickhead, right? Because it's only so unsafe. Like, anyone who actually does something like post, let me put forward, okay? Say I did put malware in that text file. How many people would I catch? 5, 10 people, maybe, right? If I get lucky, and one of the mod people don't quite catch that right away, right? So I might get 10 people, okay? Or, like, maybe, right? Or I could guarantee malware infect 6 people by inviting them to a Mega Mech game and having a direct peer-to-peer connection to their computer, because that's what peer-to-peer does. Yeah, no, there's way better ways I could have delivered malware to anybody if I wanted to, without anyone being able to stop me, right? Instead of taking some stupid risk with a text file. No, I just wanted fucking advice on my build for my Night Star. Go fuck yourself, right? So that's upsetting. And that is gatekeeping. It's very not okay, right? Because especially, remember that Star Sector Discord? I mentioned that we download files and shit randomly. Yeah, we also download text files all the time and no one complains. Because there's a certain level of, you just gotta stop worrying about it or you're never gonna get anything done. Can I fix this? There we go. I'm just opening water and it got smashed on the top, so the water was, yeah. So, that's what I feel like is a problem in communities oh, remember how I said I've been there for 2 years? The guy who had sent the, this could be malware thing had only been in there for a couple months, right? And I'm like, you can, and you're going to take his side on it? Because someone else, like, mentioned, like, oh yeah, you could totally do that. And like, go fuck yourself. Just go fuck yourself, right? I'd been there longer. I'd been more interactive with everything, and you're gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, you could have sent us malware." Nah, go fuck yourself. I don't care. I stopped caring the moment you guys were assholes. The moment you guys wanted to be dicks about how unsafe the internet is, and it's like, the internet's not safe. But the moment you start saying every file could be malware is the moment you should stop being on the PC. This is the moment you should leave the internet, because there is no safe space. That's something everyone needs to understand. There is nothing safe, right? You know what my safety measure is? If I suddenly discover that there's something on my PC I don't like, I unplug from the internet and wipe the drives. You know what I mean? There's nothing safe. So you can't just be like, oh, it's not safe because it's a text file. No, you can't do that. Because you can't do that in any place, right? The moment it's just really upsetting, because this is what I see as actual gatekeeping, right? And like, you might be like, how does this connect to gatekeeping? Because this turns people away from the community in a way that is distinctly distasteful, right? It's a very bad taste in the mouth to be told that your file or whatever could have malware in it, so we're not gonna help you at all, right? Until you give it into a format that's different, right? And then we're not gonna explain what that format is until after you've gone to bed and woken up and fucking did other things and shit. Like, nah. No. Not about that. So, you know, stop doing that, communities. You want to know what gatekeeping is? This is why MechWarrior isn't more popular. This is why we have to deal with this shit, right? Don't forget to like and subscribe, follow for more. Catch you guys later. Bye.